מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חונים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה.
ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל,
ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר,
קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו.
אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו מהדיר שמך בכל הארץ.
ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו.
אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה.
לדור ודור נגיד גורלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations we will declare your greatness, and for all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru, and please join in with us. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam oti le'olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam berit olam.
continue on page 252. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu ritzei v'mnuchatenu kasheni b'mitzotecha b'tein helkenu b'turatecha sabenu mituvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha v'taher libenu le'ovdecha pa'amet v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu ba'ahavra uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha v'yanucho ba Yisrael megadshe shemach Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
We continue on page 255. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw near to life, to peace, and to joy. May we find true rest, holiness in our deeds, worth in our study of Torah. Let us feed on the love of goodness. Let us drink from the love of goodness. Restrain our thirst for excess, and cleanse our hearts to serve life well. On this holy Shabbat, may we draw near in life and peace and in joy. Baruch atah Adonai she'otecha levadcha ayireh navod. Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
Modim
anach
nulach.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anach nulach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anach nulach.
For human community, our past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anach nulach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anach nulach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fair world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anach nulach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anach nulach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears but by our hopes, not by our words but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you're worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ucha na'eh lehodot. As we continue together, page 258, please join with us with singing Sim Shalom. Remember the universal word, lalai. Join with us.
Sim
Shalom, tova uracha, heva chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, v'yako Yisrael, v'yako Yisrael,
Amecha. B'akeinu yotzreinu, kulanu ke'echad, b'vor panecha. Ki be'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Sim shalom, sim shalom, tova uracha, heva chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, v'yako Yisrael, v'yako Yisrael, Amecha. Torah chaim v'ahavat chesed, v'ahavat chesed, u'tzedaka u'racha v'rachamim v'chayim v'shalom. Sim shalom, sim shalom, tova uracha, heva chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, v'yako Yisrael, v'yako Yisrael, Amecha. V'tov v'tov v'einecha levad
Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom.
We continue in silent meditation.
Say shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, 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 yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
So we reached this part of our service called Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the service for the order of reading Torah. All right, so Torah. What is Torah? Well, you all saw Torahs, a number of them, earlier when we opened up the ark doors. So that's the ark behind us right there. The Ner Tamid above, that light that's above, Ner Tamid means eternal light. And it's the reminder that God is always with us and always present. But the ark inside holds 6 different Torah scrolls, yet each one is exactly the same. What makes them different? Where they come from, how old they are, even the handwriting that's in it. Well, what's Torah? The first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. All written in one scroll, all written in Hebrew as well. And by the way, when you guys were looking in the prayer books there and you were looking at the Hebrew, you see little dots and dashes that are underneath the letters or to the side of letters and sometimes on top. Those are vowels. Now, vowels in the Hebrew language did not always exist. And in fact, in our Torah scroll, and I'll let you guys come up and see in a little bit, have no vowels in it. No punctuation either. Just like, wow, okay, how do we read that? Trust me, if I gave you all something to read in English without any vowels in it, you would do just fine. You'd be able to do it because you know the language. And I'll tell you more about the vowels later on. But what's really amazing about our Torah scrolls is that every single one of them is exactly the same. Because the commandment says that you should write a Torah scroll for yourself, but you have to keep it exactly the way that it's been passed on from generation to generation to generation. How do we do that? Well, when a scribe sits down to write a Torah scroll, he or she sits down either with another scroll or with a book called a tikkun and literally copies it making sure not to change anything. Because if we change something, and if we change a letter, we change a word, we can change the meaning of Torah. Think about the story of creation. Think about how the world was created and all the different elements and all the different days within creation. Think about how we interpret that story of creation, and think about evolution as well, and in the midst of those days too. Think about the different commandments. We said 613 commandments, right? Well, we don't always look at things literally. We don't always look at the word that's on there and translate something literally and say, this is exactly what I have to do. But instead we say, well, what does it mean for me? How do I interpret it? So we're in the order of reading Torah where we start in the fall with the reading of Torah, the story of creation in Genesis, and we move all the way through for an entire year. We read a little bit of the Torah all the way through in order throughout the whole year. Well, right now we're in the book of Numbers, also known as Bamidbar, which literally means in the desert. The Israelites are wandering through the desert right now. They've been freed out of Egypt from slavery, and now they are moving toward Canaan, toward Israel, to live as a free people. Well, there's a lot that has to happen between Egypt and Israel. There's a lot of things that they have to learn. There's a lot of history that they have to learn. There are a lot of laws that they have to learn. And there's a lot of complaining that's going to happen. And that's going to be part of this week's Torah portion, Baha'alotecha, which Sam actually is going to teach us more about today. Here's the really cool thing about Sam becoming a bar mitzvah. Sam, bar mitzvah, those words mean son of the commandments. Okay, you are becoming a bar mitzvah, a son of the commandments. What does that mean? Well, your brother definitely talked about it. He's like, you are becoming the man, right? He's got that. And there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. Now, here's the good news with that. Although I don't know, I'll have to ask your brother and sister. Are you guys paying rent at home? No? Whew. Okay, good. All right, so at least we know that's off the table, all right, of becoming an adult. But today, you take on this really cool responsibility of Torah. And that responsibility is not just to learn how to read it, which you are going to be exhibiting and showing us and participating in that Torah service earlier or later on. But you are taking those words that are written on the Torah and you're asking the question of, well, what do they mean? They were written down at least 2,000, 3,000 years ago. How do they have meaning for us? I mean, let's face it, we live in a modern age. Life is so different today than it was, when we were wandering from Egypt to Canaan. Lots of different things. Today, Sam, you take these words of Torah and you bring them to life just by how you interpret them, just by how you teach us. That, my friend, is becoming a bar mitzvah. That is becoming a young adult in the congregation, is being able to lift your voice up and to say, here's how I read these words. Here's how I wrestle with them. One of the cool things in Judaism is that we never look at something and say, that's it, that's all there is to it, no discussion. Nope. We question. We ask why. We wrestle with it. And that's what you've been doing, my friend, with this Torah portion. You have wrestled with it. Yeah. But it's awesome because the lesson that you have to share with us is so important. So Sam today is not only a student of Torah, he's our teacher of Torah as well. You like that? That works. Good. So with that, my friends, we are going to begin our service for our reading of Torah and learning and studying together on page 362.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kima'asecha. Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'dor. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Adonai oz lamo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
So throughout our Torah service, we are so honored to have family and friends who are going to be participating and sharing in blessings and wonderful moments. And so at this time, it is my honor to acknowledge and to have, so you guys are right there, perfect. So I have Ian McCullough and Elizabeth McCullough. So yeah, if you guys want to sit in the front row, go for it, Ian, perfect. Elizabeth, join him right there in the front row because you guys have an important job in a little bit. We've got the Torah cover and the Torah binder that we need you to hold on to while we're reading Torah. We're going to pass Torah one generation to the next. So Les and Artie, if you guys will come stand here along with Mark and Sandy, if you will join them, and Sam, you'll take your spot right there. We're going to pass Torah on one generation to the next. And of course, we have to open the Ark doors. So it's my honor to call forward Kevin Bassell along with Asher Malo to come forward and open our Ark doors for us. And we invite everyone to please rise as we continue in the middle of page 362.
Harachabim, Hetiva v'tzoncha, et Zion, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Ki v'cha levad batachnu, Melech Ram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Page 364.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah, Udivar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah, Le'amo Yisrael B'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti Unromema Shemo Yachtav.
So the two of you will stay right there as we get to pass Torah one generation to the next. And this Torah is truly one, as I said earlier, each Torah has its own story. This is our Torah that comes from the Czech Republic. This is the Torah scroll that was lost in a community that unfortunately was destroyed. We don't know the names of the people from that community. We don't even know exactly from which shul this Torah scroll came from. But we do know that it's here. It survived, just like we as a Jewish people survive. And how do we survive? We survive by learning and teaching. Together, you have been teachers of Torah. Lador Vador. This is the one that we worked on together. Yep, exactly. Almost 250, 300 years old. And Sandy, both you and Mark, you have given this wonderful gift to your children and today to your youngest. Sam, this is yours. He's got it, I promise. He's got it. Sam, it belongs to you as it belongs to all of us. May its weight keep you rooted in who you are, but may it always lift you up and inspire you as we get to walk now in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagivura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod ki kol b'shamayim v'haaretz ki kol b'shamayim v'haaretz lecha Adonai הממלכה, ועמית נעשה לכל ראש. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
All right, before you are seated, those of you who would like to come up and see a Torah scroll up close and personal, you are welcome to come on up. So whether you've seen it before or not, feel free, come on up. There you go. Asher, I got your place. Come here, big guy. Right there. Up high. Woohoo! Yeah, come on up. Absolutely. Come on up. Perfect. All right, Asher, I need you to hold on to that. Perfect. Uh-huh. You're going to go a little bit further. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Will you do me a favor? Hold on to that for me. That way it doesn't roll away. Perfect. Hi, guys. Cool. Hi. Awesome. Only the kids wanted to come up. The adults are like, yeah, no, I'm good. All right. So, first of all, come closer. I don't bite hard. You go in front of me. There you go. I'm tall. All right. So, first of all, it's a Torah scroll. And what we need to do with a Torah scroll is, if we left it without any wrap around it, it would be really flimsy and hard to deal with. So, all of our B'nai Mitzvah students, they make a Torah binder. And they get to make it however they want to. So, here you go. This is what Sam created. Whoops. Come back here. Beautiful. There you are. Yeah, not bad, huh? Pretty good. Not bad. All right, Elizabeth, here you are, my dear. You got to hold on to this for me, please. Excellent. Thank you. Fabulous. All right, so you can be seated or you can stay with us. Wherever you want to be. You're perfect. She's like, yeah, I'm good. Okay, so the Torah, I said, is handwritten. I just needed my hand. The Torah is handwritten, all right? So a scribe sits down and, like I said, copies it word for word. It's written on parchment, all right? So this is parchment. You can touch the back of it here. We just don't touch where the letters are, so if you want to feel what parchment feels like. It comes from the skin of an animal, from a kosher animal. So Hello, my ringers. Yes, split hooves and chews its cud. That's what makes a kosher animal. So some examples of a kosher animal might be split hooves, chews its cud. Sheep, goat, perfect. Really big one, goes moo.
Yeah.
What? Cow, good. All right, those are kosher animals. And so that's the skin, that's the parchment that we can write on. And you can see it's in panels. And we have, it's sewn together. And what they use to sew together is called sinew. Sinew comes from the muscle of that animal, and they stretch it. And it's very, very strong. And so that's how it's all kept together. The ink that a scribe uses to make the Torah, to write in the Torah, it takes about a year to make the ink. First, they take a gallnut. A gallnut comes from a wasp where it lays its eggs in a certain tree. They capture that. Then they mix it with some different ingredients, all natural ingredients. They boil it, they cool it. They boil it, they cool it, just cooking it so that way they want it to be indelible. They want it to be permanent. And so, in fact, that Torah scroll that we passed around was between 250 and 300 years old. And we read from it still and so forth. So it can last a really long time if we take really good care of it. But the letters have a little bit of a shine to it because the last ingredient is?
Honey.
Yeah. Dude, all right. So is honey. So that the story is that Torah should be as sweet as honey on our lips. Not that we lick the Torah. Don't lick the Torah. All right. But that whole idea that the words, it's sweet. Learning Torah should be sweet and awesome. So if I'm not supposed to touch where the ink is, because the oils in my fingers could break down the ink, then I use this thing. Asher, do you remember what this is called? Yad, very good, excellent. And you know what's really appropriate about that? What does that look like? A finger, which is attached to a hand, exactly. The word yad means hand. How convenient. All right, so we use this. This is how we point to follow along when we're reading Torah. And I told you guys earlier, no vowels, no punctuation. So what happens is when we read from Torah, we have somebody standing next to us. So the cantor takes on this role of being the gabbai and reads from the pointed text, the one that has all the vowels and stuff in it, to make sure that we read it correctly. Because if we make a mistake, if we change the vowels in a word, we can change the meaning of it. And we don't want to change the meaning of something. We don't want to say to when we meant don't. Very different, right? To as opposed to don't. So therefore, that's why somebody will sit and read with the vowels next to us. Well, where do those vowels come from? Long, long time ago, we all lived together. The Israelites lived together. They all spoke the same language. But then they started moving all over the world and speaking different languages and forgetting the Hebrew, forgetting their own language. So when that happened, the rabbis are like, ooh, we better go ahead and fix that, make sure that everybody reads it correctly, and they created the vowels. But remember that rule I told you guys about Torah? We're not allowed to change anything, including adding the vowels. So we can't add the vowels to the Torah scroll. So that's why we have the gabbai. Now, you up for a test? No? Who wants to try something? Yeah? Well, here, Asher, you got this one already. Yeah, Jackson. Jackson? Who's Jackson? That's you? Okay, perfect. Come here, Jackson. You're not going to have to read anything, I promise. Relax, breathe. It's a 50-50 chance. All right, cool. And if you get it wrong the first time, then you have the second chance to get it right. So if you see with the Torah, it's all the columns are perfectly straight, all the lines are perfectly straight. That's because the scribe prepares the parchment by creating the lines. See the lines etched into there? Yeah. Yeah? Cool. Relax, take a breath, kiddo. You're good. I got you. I promise. You got this. All right, when you and I write, we write on the line, okay? And here's the other line. The letters, are they sitting on the line or are they hanging from the line?
Hanging.
Very good. Yay! See, I told you that wasn't so bad. Yeah. You got it. Yeah. He's like, whew. You get to eat lunch. It's all good. They're hanging from the line. Here's why. There's this really cool story that talks about how the line represents the division between heaven and earth. The letters are people. They're all of us. And that whole idea that we are always striving to reach toward being more special, more holy, closer to God, however you want to interpret that. And so that's why the tradition became to put the letters attached to the line above it of how we strive to be better people and good people. So there you go. Jackson, you did it very well. Take a breath. Okay, you don't have to do anything else. All right. Any questions? Yeah? All right. How about you guys go take your seats unless anybody wants to read? They're out of here. All right. Thank you, Asher. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. We got this. Very cool. Okay. So, as we mentioned earlier, we are reading from Parashat Beha'alotcha. Just a fun one to say. It's always a tongue twister. The Book of Numbers. Cantor for our first aliyah.
For our first aliyah, chanting the blessing, Rachel, Malo, Aviva, Hinda, Bat Moshe, David, Vechana. Reading from the Torah will be Ben Malo, Benjamin, Yitzchak, Ben Moshe, David, Vechana. And reading the English translation, Les Malo, Yisruel, Shmuel, Ben Avram, V'Roslin. Ya'amdu, l'aliyah harishonah.
Rachel, if you want to take your seat, touch it to the first word there. Remember, no spaghetti, kiddo. Good job. Give it a kiss.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'na'antan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
V'tita ber Miriam ve'aharon b'Moshe al odot ha'isha hakushit asher lechach ki isha kushit lecha ve'yom meru harach ach b'Moshe diber Adonai hailo gam bamu diber v'shma Adonai ve'cha'ish Moshe anav me'od mikol ha'adam asher al pinei ha'adama.
Yasher koach. Very nice.
When they were in Hatzerot, Miriam and Aaron spoke against Moses because of the Cushite woman he had married. He married a Cushite woman, they said. Has Adonai spoken only through Moses? Has he not spoken through us as well? Adonai heard this. Now Moses was a very humble man, more so than any other man on earth.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam natan betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen. Yasher koach.
For our second aliyah, chanting the blessing, Lenny Malo, Laser Mendel, Ben Yisruel, Shmuel, V'Leah. Reading from the Torah, Mark Malo, Moshe David, Ben Yisruel, Shmuel, V'Leah. And reading the English translation, Aaron Malo, Yosef Aharon, Ben Yisruel, Shmuel, V'Leah. Ya'amdu l'aliyah hashenit.
So, Mark, why don't you take your tzitzit and go ahead and mark the first word?
Baruch Adonai hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai halak ve'olam va'ed. Oh, sorry.
Va'ed. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. All right.
Do that. Go ahead. Go.
Baruch Adonai hamvarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Sorry, dude.
It worked. It's good.
You got there.
You got there.
Vayomer Adonai bitom el Moshe ve'el Aharon ve'el Miriam su. Shalashtekhem el ohel moed v'yatsu shalashtam vayered Adonai. Be'amud anan v'ya'amdo petach ha'ohel v'yigra Aharon Umiryam v'yatsu shanechem vayomer shim'u na devareim yihie naviahem Adonai b'mar'ah alav et vodah becholam Adaber bo lochain avdi Moshe bechol beiti ne'eman hu pe el pe adaber bo umer'ah velo v'hidot utmunat Adonai yabit umadua lo yaretem ledaber v'avdi v'Moshe v'yachar af Adonai bam vayelach.
Yasher koach. Yasher koach. Boom. Don't drop the yod.
No.
Take the mic.
How come mine's longer than every other one of these?
We got you.
Suddenly, Adonai called to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, "You three come out to the tent of meeting." So the three of them went out. Adonai descended in a pillar of cloud, stopped at the terrace at the entrance of the tent, and called out, "Aaron and Miriam." And the two of them came forward. Then he said, "Here are my words. When a prophet of Adonai arises among you, I make myself known to him in a vision. I speak with him in a dream. Not so with my servant Moses. He is trusted throughout my household. With him I speak mouth to mouth, plainly and not in riddles, and he beholds the likeness of Adonai. How then dare you speak against my servant Moses?" Still incensed with them, Adonai departed.
Mark, go ahead and let's mark your last word one more time with your tzitzit, please. Perfect. You got this.
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torah emet v'hayei olam natah b'tohenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach.
For our third aliyah, chanting the blessing, Jack Malo, Avraham Yonatan, Ben Yosef Udevora, and Debbie Malo, Devora Bat Avraham Vesara. Reading from Torah will be Sam, and reading the English translation, Sandy Malo, Chana Bat Avraham Vesara. Ya'amdu l'aliyah hashlishit.
His first word, which is going to be right there. Go ahead and touch, kiss, not like spaghetti, like a meat.
Baruch Adonai Hamvara.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu torah et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ve'ahanan sar me'el ha'ohel v'hine Miriam mitzra'at kashalek v'yafen Aharon el Miriam v'han mitzra'at v'yamer Aharon el Mishe bi Adoni el natashet alanu hatet asher nolanu Asher hotanu el natihi kamet asher besato merem amor ve'achal hotzeti visharohun hatzahak mashe el Adonai lemor el na rafana la.
Yasher koach. Nice. Sandy?
As the cloud withdrew from the tent, there was Miriam stricken with snow-white scales. When Aaron turned toward Miriam, he saw that she was stricken with scales. Then Aaron said to Moses, "O my Lord, forgive us for this sin which we committed in our folly. Let her not be as one dead who emerges from the mother's womb with half their flesh eaten away. So Moses cried out to Adonai, saying, O God, pray heal her.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torah emet v'hayeh olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. So stay right here. Mark, come on up and join us. So, yes, Sam went ahead and read from Torah right there. But he was acting as an agent. What does that mean? So, we're all commanded to read from Torah. And recognizing, especially all of you who came up to see it, it's not easy. There's no vowels, nothing in there. And so Sam was the agent to help those who do the blessing to fulfill that mitzvah of reading from Torah. But now, as a bar mitzvah, this is his opportunity to fulfill the mitzvah himself.
Ya'amod habachur habar mitzvah Shamir Yaakov ben Moshe David v'Chana le'aliyah haTorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah Le'olam Vahed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar bani mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Sandy, if you'll help us, go ahead and hold the door right there. Thank you. Come on in.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe ve'aviha Yarok Yarak Befaneha Halo Tikalem Shivat Yamim Tisaker Shivat Yamim Michutz Lemahane ve'achar Te'asef V'tisaker Miriam Michutz Lemahane Shivat Yamim Ve'aham Beham Lo Naso Ad He'asef Miriam Ve'achar Nasu Ha'am Mitzarot Ve'han B'midbar Paran.
Yeah, sure. Nice. All right. Now your English. Your English? Yeah, that's okay. You're not done.
But Adonai said to Moses, if her father spat in her face, would she not bear her shame for 7 days? Let her be shut out of camp for 7 days, and then let her be readmitted. So Miriam was shut out of camp for 7 days, and the people did not march on until Miriam was readmitted. After that, the people set out from Hazeroth and encamped in the wilderness of Paran. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Mazel tov. Wish him a mazel tov. Yeah, he's like, as we take a moment and offer a prayer of healing, a mishaberach, for those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit, we think about all of our family and our friends, those within our community, any faith, any tradition, who are in need of healing. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for everyone's health to be restored and strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say together, Amen. As now we get to, I'm going to go ahead and just put this right here for a second. We're going to lift the Torah and to show what was read. And I want to invite forward at this time Ian and Elizabeth, if you guys will bring up the Torah cover and the Torah binder. And to hold our Torah is Maddie Malo. She will come up and to join us. And we invite everyone to please rise.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ויד משה. יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
The Haftarah for Parashat Beha'alotecha. Zechariah chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzah v'divrehem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habacher b'torahu u'masher avdo v'Yisrael. Amo v'inviviei ha'emet v'tzedek. Vayashov ha'ma'alach hadover bi v'yireni ke'ish asher ye'or b'shnato. Vayomer el ma'a ata re'eh va'omar re'iti v'hine menorat hazakula v'gula al rosha v'shahanoti al hihi shiva v'shaha mutzko v'nerahot asher al rosha. The angel who talked with me, woke me as a man is wakened from his sleep. He said to me, "What do you see?" And I answered, "I see a lampstand, all of gold, with a bowl above it. The lamps on it are 7 in number, and the lamps above it have 7 on its left." I, in turn, asked the angel who talked with me, "What do those things mean, my lord?" "Do you not know what those things mean?" asked the angel who talked with me. And I said, "No, my lord." Then he explained to me as follows: "This is the word of Adonai to Zerubbabel. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, said Adonai of hosts. Whoever you are, O great mountain in the path of Zerubbabel, turn into level ground. For he shall produce the excellent stone. It shall be greeted with shouts of beautiful, beautiful." Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam sur kol halamim sadek b'chol hadarot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer ve'oseh ha'mdeber u'mkayim shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al ha'torah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'vimvim ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu likdusha ve'limnucha lechavod u'tifaret al ha'kol Adonai Eloheinu אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
I'm going to take this from you. Well, awesome. So we now return our Torah to the Ark. So Maddie, if you'll come join Sam and Cantor and I as we return the Torah to the Ark, we turn in our prayer books to page 374, and we invite everyone to please rise.
Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lekol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kirovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Etz chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomcheha mehushar tiracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu kekedem.
I quit. I'm done. These are the words that signify a true failure. Failure, not the act of the struggle, but the giving up we do. That is the pain. The moment we quit, the pain that struck us down and told us we couldn't triumphs. The feelings and thoughts that held us back and showed us images of failure, it comes out victorious. Pain is temporary. It may last a day, a week, or even a year, but it will conclude. Although, if you quit, that pain will last forever. The Torah speaks of just this. As Moses leads the Israelites out of the desert, he's constantly dealing with the complaints and doubts of others. Some tell him he's taking them nowhere. Some are even saying he's not worthy, and some are even saying that God doesn't truly speak directly to Moses. But it is only Moses who knows his mission, and in his mind, he knows what he must do, and what he must do is what he's commanded, and he must do it no matter the struggle. In spite of the endless bickering of the Jews, Moses continues on, showing perseverance. At times, it is our stamina and pursuit of our desires that will define our ability to be a leader. Only those who persevere through grit and determination can lift others upon them. As most of you know, I have a desire to work in the film industry. Only those who know leadership and demonstrate true perseverance can come out on top. Steven Spielberg was told he couldn't countless times. He was told he'd never do anything, that all he was a dirty Jew. But the pessimism of others couldn't stop him from accomplishing what he wanted. He never stopped, even though the pain was severe. He kept going even when the doubt crept in. Most of us would have given in to that pain and let it take over. But he kept a steady mind and kept going. Because we are the authors of our own book, we must not let anyone stop us from making the best book we could ever write. Due to the doubt of others, Spielberg was denied from film school on 3 separate occasions. When it seemed hopeless, when thoughts like, maybe this isn't for me, and I guess I'm not fit for this, began to run through his mind, it seemed over. But when the doubt crept in, he kept going. In fact, he never stopped. He always knew he'd be there one day, and no one was going to tell him otherwise. By using this mentality, I believe we can accomplish any goal we so desire. In order to be a successful leader ourselves, we must have a guide to help us along the way, someone to tell us right from wrong, someone who we can model our process after. I found this in the Torah too. When Moses was leading the Israelites through the desert, he was told to follow God, who was in the form of a cloud. I know what you're thinking. Only a crazy person would follow a cloud. But don't worry, he's fine. Everything's in the cloud nowadays. Anywho, he's told this cloud will be his guide. Once the cloud stops, so do they. Once it moves, they will too. As you might imagine, Moses was confused and annoyed. How on earth was he going to tell his people who didn't even believe in him that they were to follow a cloud? But Moses continued as he was commanded, and as crazy as it seems, the cloud eventually led them to the promised land. I'm hoping that you are all not thinking that if you find yourself in a tough spot, you should go cloud chasing. But every leader needs a leader. The cloud was Moses' guide, and keep in mind, Moses is thought of as one of the greatest leaders of all time. As I said earlier, I believe Steven Spielberg is a good embodiment of my cloud. Also, keep in mind, cloud is figurative. I don't see him floating in the sky. Spielberg displays the set of skills for a good leader and an amazing director. He doesn't give up, he's patient, and he can lead an entire film to success. Today, we can ask ourselves, what is our cloud? What guides us towards our goal? Who pushes us to reach that dream? I've always seen film as a blank canvas, but instead of paint, we fill it with our imagination. Whatever we want it to be, it can be. This is really powerful stuff. So, when I was asked to do my part in the Jewish community and choose a bar mitzvah project, I immediately decided on Baycat. Baycat is a way for those with limited resources to express themselves through the creative arts. Empowering someone with that is priceless. We all need to show our creative side, whether it's dance, photos, writing, etc. We all do it in some way. Through Baycat, people get the power to paint their canvas, to deal with their imagination desires, to give the voices a voice, to chase that dream. I believe that we do not have dreams nor desires. I believe they have us. It's our true purpose in life to reach out to it. That dream chose you, and it did so for a reason. It didn't choose a quitter, it chose someone who'd pursue it. So don't let it fly by, grab it and cherish it. Better yet, do it. I want to thank all those who have supported me through this process. First, I'd like to thank Rabbi and Cantor. They stuck with me since my bris. Next, I'd like to thank my parents for remaining the loving people you are and teaching me. My siblings for having my back and putting up with my obnoxious screaming. And just because I know I do it doesn't mean I can help it. Thank you to my grandparents. You guys fill me with love and joy even when I don't deserve it. Thank you to my cousins, uncles, and aunts. You guys are so much fun to be around. Thank you to all my friends. You guys relieve so much stress in my life and fill it with laughter. I couldn't be more thankful. It's been one crazy journey, and I'm so thankful everyone here was a part of it.
Okay, so thank everybody for coming. For those of us who have never been to a Malo-style bar mitzvah, this is the part where I'm supposed to recite an expertly crafted love letter to my son, but that's not me. And in the past, I've kind of mixed in some mockery with some respect, and so now it's Sam's turn. So the best place to start, as it is said, is at the beginning. Sandy said she wanted a third child. I said we already have two, one boy and one girl. Rachel was smart and pretty, precocious. The boy was fun and funny and fun to be around. I did the math. I figured we were good. So, as such, I told Sandy there will be no more children. I have decreed it, and there will be no further discussion on the subject. So, as you might surmise, there was no further discussion on the subject. And out pops Sam. And from the beginning, my man seems to have two big issues. Both of these began to haunt him at a very early age. A very early age. One, he's a little more pissed off than he should be. I mean, come on, right? He's got Sandy waiting on him hand and foot. He's got his siblings catering to his every whim, and he's been blessed with the Malo men good looks. So what else could he possibly want? But I'll get back to the anger issues later, or we'll just let a therapist sift through it. It's fine. It's the second thing that we need to be discussing. When he was a toddler, he couldn't keep his pants on. They would fall down, they would fall off, he'd take them off. His from behind vertical smile was there for the world to see at all times. So there was no fixing it, so he became Pants. Pants Malo, that was him. That's what he was called until about the age of 5 or 6. when through a series of unfortunate events, we find ourselves in Florida again, sucking on humidity and redneck and mosquitoes and awful. And we're traveling through the Keys, and my man Pants is having a terrible day, like just an awful day. I mean, it's hard to blame him because we're in Florida, but still. He's like yelling at his mom, and he's glaring at strangers, and he's stink-eyeing inanimate objects. And, I'm about ready to call it a loss, go back to the hotel, and we stumble upon this sign that was out front at this touristy kiosk in Key West. And it says, "No crabby pants allowed, only happy clams." So I'm not a religious man, sorry. But if I were ever to doubt the existence of a higher being, this pretty much pushed me towards the path of the righteous. So we immediately buy the sign. We rename our son from Pants to Clam, and we've had it hanging on the door of his room ever since. I literally took it off this morning to bring it here today. And it worked. So the Clam is in many ways the best of all of us. He's ridiculously smart. He writes in a way that should be impossible for someone his age. At the same time, getting shipped off campus to do accelerated math courses in 6th grade, something that we not only didn't help him with, but actively discouraged. He's loyal to a fault and has a deep-seated sense of what family and friendship means and what his responsibilities are in nourishing them both. He fights with his siblings incessantly, but when the bullets start to fly, he hunkers down and has their back every time. My man competes. My God, does he compete in anything and everything, and he's amazing that way, right? In school and sports and foosball and ping pong and miniature golf and putting in hair gel, which he shamefully does. Who gets to sit in the front seat? Who gets the first song to listen to? Everything is a competition for Sam, and he intends to win every time. He accepts nothing at face value. No, can't, and never are the beginnings of conversations for the Clam, not the end. And thank God for it, for the greatness in him, and one that he will assuredly share with the rest of the world, will need to see these words as non-factors. And to him they are. He actually has very little interest in what other people think he cannot do. He's willing to fight and scratch and claw to wherever he intends to go, and the question just simply becomes who's going with him. And honestly, man, I'm all in. Sure, he's a little angry. He's been known to yell at chairs and computers and buttons. He's a tad bit too into fashion and get that hair gel thing. But he's perfect. So let's be honest. The world needs the Clam. Dude, I need the Clam. We all need the Clam. You're a miracle little buddy. Your mother and I love you very much. Thank you for being my son. And thank God your mother has never listened to a word I have ever said.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna get a little. I'm not used to that, but it's my last one. We're getting older. All right. So Sam, I remember before you were a decision, when you were just a thought. I cornered my poor friend Kirsten just right outside in the parking lot at the temple. It had to be, 14 years ago? And she had Ethan on her hip, and I wanted to know what it was like to have a third child. I was thinking I wanted to go ahead and do that. And she looked at me and she said, it's chaos. Honestly, it's just chaos. And I drove away thinking, no, sure, it's chaos for her, but for me, it's going to be different. And then I find myself a couple weeks later in the desert with Uncle Kevy and Aunt Jen. And we talked about a third child. And Kevin's like, why? It's chaos. Why do you want to do that? So I thought to myself, Aunt Jen just had twins. You should never ask any person about having kids who's just had twins. I mean, until they're at least 25 years old. You will never like what they say. And so then I decided I didn't like the other two answers. So then I was going to go ahead and talk to your dad because surely he would agree. that we would need another child. And your dad, he just looked me in the eye and goes, why would I want another child? We have a boy, we have a girl, they're healthy. Wouldn't that just be more chaos? So I chose to listen to no one, especially your dad, because, I don't listen to him anyways. And 1 year later, you were born, and I'm here to tell you that it was pure, unadulterated chaos. But through this chaos, there were things that were learned. One, we learned how long it takes Ben to snap back and want to smack you after constant poking and prodding. It's 20 minutes. We learned Rachel really loves donuts. I mean, really loves donuts. And if you take the last donut, it's not pretty. Especially when you do it just to gauge her reaction. It's not. We also discovered that when Dad comes home from work and he's really, really tired and he doesn't want to go play catch football, if you put on your complete football outfit, arm sleeve and cleats included, and just follow him around for like 45 minutes staring at him, eventually he'll relent and go and play. And we also learned that there is not one single normal family picture that we have without you making some absurd face in it for at least the first 10 years of your life. But the truth is, without that chaos, we would have all missed out on your long, long, long hugs given anywhere at any time. And on the laughter that those family photos now invoke in all of us. And some of them are my most prized possessions. Without you, I would not find myself being twirled around the kitchen as you attempt to dance with me while I'm trying to make dinner. And I would miss out on that last, I love you, Mama, as you walk out the door on your way to school every morning. So I am so glad that I listened to no one, because I wouldn't trade that chaos for anything, and not even for 924 Bel Air Road.
That's how the clam came to be. Thank you. You can go have a seat down there. Perfect. So, Sam, you become a bar mitzvah not just with your family and your friends, but also with your community. And with that, we get to present you with a few gifts and certificates. So it's my honor to call forward for presenting on behalf of the youth and your classmates, Maddie and Levi, to come forward, and also representing the women of Temple Beth Sholom, Sarah Schweitz, our brotherhood, Mark Borove, and also our board of directors, Mitch Cohen.
Sam, thanks for being such a great classmate these past years. Your hard work definitely paid off today, and you never failed to put a smile on my face. You're always such a kind and caring person, and you did great today. Mazel tov. Thanks.
Sam, you were so good. I'm so happy to call you my cousin, and you're always really funny, and you always brighten up everybody's day. So thanks, good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, Sam. Congratulations and Mazel Tov. I am so delighted to be here today with you and your family to celebrate this special day. This is a milestone. We, your Temple Beth Shalom family, are very, very proud and happy that you're here, okay? You did a fantastic job, and I know you're going to inspire future generations to do the same thing. Today, you are really standing on the shoulders of those that came before you. Our ancestors that crossed the great seas and came to this country for religious freedom, okay? And so in the future, I wish for you the very best, okay? Good health, happiness, prosperity, and shalom. So what a day today, of all days, will be without a present, right? We give a lot of presents. And from the ladies of sisterhood, I have a Kiddush cup for you. You know, this is a ritual cup that you use on Friday nights and holidays to sanctify the wine, okay? So take it, use it in good health, use it now, first Friday of this month, whenever it comes. And then when you go to high school, use it again. And when you go to college, you use it. And then finally, graduate school. And finally, you take it to your home and use it in very good health. In this order. Okay. Here it is. Mazel tov. Thank you.
Sam, I was impressed last night. I was more impressed this morning when you went out and greeted me. It made me feel really special. You have a mensch. And also, you are so much like my son. He has written 3 screenplays, have not been gone anywhere. When you become a director, I want your address, I want to know where to send them, and I want a 10% commission. So, from the Brotherhood, we give you a tzedakah box. And those who do not know what this is a Jewish piggy bank, but there's a big difference. The money that goes in here goes to charity of your choice, or your sister, your brothers, whoever they feel fit. Also, I'm a 3rd child as well, and it was a lot of chaos.
Yeah.
You did a fantastic job. Everyone should be proud of how well you did. I want to thank you, and once again, I need your email because I have 3 plays that are sitting in my son's. Okay, last and tallest. Congratulations, Sam. I, as the newly minted president of the synagogue, of your synagogue, our synagogue, your Torah portion was a great reminder, and I really appreciate you reminding me personally that Moses shows perseverance despite the bickering and the complaining. I wasn't sure if you were talking to the Israelites or our congregants sometimes, but that Torah is our guide along the way. So you just did an excellent job. So on behalf of the board of directors, I have, we got you the prayer book. Prayer books from us. But this stuff is suitable for framing. So let's get to this. So this is one of 3. This is your nifty gift certificate for $250 for a tour in Israel, and I hope you get to go. I went when I was 16, and it was awesome. And then you get this joke is coming up. You get your tree in Israel, and your day to water it is Thursday. Very good. And then finally, the piece de resistance. This is your bar mitzvah certificate. So now it says that you have been called to the Torah on today, June 22nd. So mazel tov for all those things. I'll let you take those away, and good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sam, today is a day that is filled with blessings, and so throughout it in the days ahead, I hope that you will listen to all of the wonderful words that people have to share with you, the great advice that they have to give to you, and the blessings that they get to bestow upon you. But at this time, it is my honor to invite your parents. So Sandy and Mark, if you'll come join Cantor and I at the Ark as we get to bestow our blessings upon you, and we invite everyone to please rise. Come on up. I'll get slightly into there. No, let's see. Yep. Sam, you're here. You made it. Throughout all of the chaos, you can relax. There you go. Through, yes, all of the chaos, I love the stories. I love the lessons and the memories that your parents shared with you and with all of us. How awesome. How awesome to stand in this wonderful place, and especially this Shabbat in which we read this parasha talking about complaints. and talk about the challenges of leadership and what it means to stand up and to take charge of a situation that you're never sure what's going to happen, which is exactly what Moses did. But I love how also God said, I'm going to speak to you clearly. Peh le peh, mouth to mouth, all right? I'm not going to do it in riddles. I speak to you directly. How awesome that is. Sam, may you always speak clearly. May you always go and express exactly what it is that you need and what you hope for. We talked about this in this week's Torah study before today about complaining, about kvetching. How many of us know that word, kvetch, right? That kvetching. What does that mean to kvetch, to complain? Is it just a complain for the sake of complaining, or is there a purpose behind it? Complaining actually can be a good thing. Complaining can, especially with the things bigger in our world, to say, I'm upset about this, and I need to figure out how to fix it. I don't want to just let this be whatever negative thing it is. I want to turn it into a positive. If everything was perfect, if everything went exactly as we wanted it to go, if everything just lined up just like that, could you imagine how boring the world would be? I think sometimes a little bit of brokenness in our world is a good thing. That part about everything not being perfect, that's a good thing, because it challenges us to be able to say, you know what? I can create change. I can do something different. I can look at something in a different way and understand how it works and create something new and exciting. So it's pretty awesome that our world is not perfect. Yeah, Steven Spielberg, 3 times. Wow. The lessons he learned from that, the lessons we all learn from those moments of not succeeding, because in the end, yeah, we keep persevering, we keep pushing ourselves, we will, we do, and maybe in a different way than we ever expected. So Sam, do me a big favor. Always see the brokenness, always see the imperfections, and challenge yourself and challenge us to create a better, bigger, and more perfect world. But continue to find those little flaws so we continue to grow, so we continue to change, so we continue to create this awesome place that we call our earth, we call our community, we call our family, we call our friends, we call here. I'm proud of you. In all of your cracks, in all of your imperfections, which really are not that many, may you strive to find goodness and blessing as we get to bestow upon you all of our blessings, blessings from Torah, and blessings from our people, and blessings that someday you too will bestow on others. Sandy and Mark, come join us. Your hands on it, right there.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'huneka.
May God's light shine on you, in you, and through you, and may God be truly gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Sam, throughout all of your life, throughout all of the challenges and all of those wonderful moments of growth, may you always feel God's presence there with you, guiding you and giving you this wonderful gift of shalom, of peace. Kein Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will, and let us say amen. Mazel tov. We remain standing and we turn once again. Stick around with us right here, Sandy and Mark. Awesome. With Aleinu L'Shabeach, our closing prayers, page 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
If you'll come join me right down here. And we remain standing now as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us. Yet truly the memory of each of them is a blessing. On this Shabbat, we remember all of those who have recently departed from our community: Sybil Stenzel, Martin Ruby, Jack Hollander, Phyllis Leschowitz, Craig Solinger, Ed Ruby, Beverly Greenbaum, Brian Osborne, and Debbie Farson. We remember those also whose yahrzeits we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week: Yetta Berman, Irene Goldberg, Harry H. Herman, Sylvia Weidersheen Kanofsky, Walter Lindauer, John McDonnell, Flora May Mosier, Shirley Perlman, Louis Selleck Rubin, Laura Schechter, Etta Schweitz, Ann Singer, Marshall Piaseslovsky, Milton Spatz, Ruth Steckel, Eva Stoller, and Henry Yastrov. If there's anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face your direction to please share their names with us. For all of them and for all those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we join together as one community, page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach hirtei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, B'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah b'varach le'olam u'olmei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei Kedusha b'richu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tishbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiram bi'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlomo Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, comfort to all the bereaved among us, and let us say together, Amen. Ben and Rachel, if the two of you will come on up here and join us. Can I have the help of Asher and Maddie and Jack? Will the three of you come give me a hand real quick? We're going to go back here and get some challah and grape juice, so come on with me, guys. All right, there we go. Perfect. Ooh, challah. All right, we're going to join together with Kiddush. Stay right there, guys. First, we're going to do Kiddush and Shehechiyanu, thanking God for giving us life. Oh, we'll give one to Cantor. Pass one over to Cantor right over there. Perfect. For giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
L'chaim.
All right, Malos. Put your, what are we doing? Well, that side. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I know. They're silly at camp, which I love. It's good. All right, Melas, find your favorite place on the challah. There we go. I know, somebody has to I know, it's like I feel, we'll see. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon. Go for it, find a piece. No, that's my job. No, but you're already up here. All right, here, we're going to put the extra right up here on the bima. There we go. Grab a piece, Asher. You got this. Oh, grab the one at the end. There we go. Do not drop it. Excellent. Here we go. Watch out. Oh, we caught it. Yes, right here. Perfect. All right, next time we'll have a challah plate right there. Perfect. All right, let's join together in our closing song. There we go. That right there.
Oh, say shalom. B'Romah. Oh, say shalom. B'Romah. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. B'Romah. Oh, say shalom. B'Romah. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.